Good morning, Carroll County. It's Commissioner Ed Rothstein, and this morning I'm blessed and fortunate to provide a few thoughts that are on my mind for today's podcast. I'm going to go in a few different directions on this one, and towards the end I'm going to provide a few minutes to pay tribute to a very special individual. But first and foremost, hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day and enter into summer. Everybody hopefully had a very restful Memorial Day weekend. Reminding ourselves that Memorial Day, albeit not a celebration, it is a commemoration or a memorization of those that have given their ultimate to allow us to be who we are. And often, when people thank me for service, I turn around and thank them for giving me a reason why. Memorial Day is the ultimate sacrifice that those have gone before us on the battlefield. And also, I want to remind us that there are invisible wounds and injuries that have occurred where individuals and service members have come off the battlefield and are living with them. And we should always be aware of that and provide resources where we can to help those veterans deal with those invisible injuries and wounds and scars that they may have to live a better and healthy life. I'm very proud of our programs we have in Carroll County, both the nonprofits and community services across our county. Whether it be in Eldersburg, Westminster, Tawnytown, Hampstead, Mount Airy, you name it, we have resources available that partner with each other and then also with our county resources. And I'm so proud of our county resources when it comes to our veterans and their families. The other topic I want to share is we are going into the graduation season. Actually, we're there now. And I'll be fortunate to be there for both Century High School and Liberty High School's graduations. So proud of these young men and women as they walk across stage, whether they then graduate and go into the workforce, go into the armed services, go into a community college, four-year school, trade school, regardless, providing back to our community at the end of the day is what it's all about. I'm very proud of, the teachers and administration that has navigated these children through the years into the young men and women that they have become as they walk across that stage. And to all those families, that have children and siblings and grandchildren, congratulations. You're embracing them and giving them the opportunity to live, learn, and now lead is not forgotten. One is my colleague, Commissioner Mike Guerin. Congratulations to you and the family as your daughter gets to walk across the stage at South Carroll, and best endeavors to her. Another thing I want to share with you is this past week we held our Board of Health. We do this twice a year in May and then in October, where our health department, our Carroll County Health Department, comes to the Board of County Commissioners, and we recess from the Board of County Commissioners to become then the Board of Health. And the intent there is to listen and learn what's on Carroll County Health Department's minds, get into a candid conversation and discussion, and then figure out how to best resource their priorities, which are our priorities in Carroll County. They did a great job, Ms. Sue Doyle and the others, in presenting us with a lot of information during the Board of Health discussion. I focused my attention on the behavioral health issues and mental health issues that continue to exist here in Carroll County. I'd be a fool to think that they're all going to just go away, but I'm also a believer that we have the ability to resource efforts to mitigate and lessen impacts of the challenges that individuals have when it comes to behavioral health or mental health concerns, And this is both in the school system at the middle school and high school, elementary school. It has to do with those in the workforce, those with young families, those with older families, those that are less fortunate when it comes to income, or those that are more fortunate when it comes to income. Health issues, and when it comes to behavioral and mental health, has no boundaries and no borders. And it is our responsibility to work and identify and then work to resource those issues. That was a large part of the conversation we had with the Carroll County Health Department. They have a ton of information available to you on their website. I recommend continue to reach out to them. I ask that you can definitely reach out to me. You know my phone number, hopefully by now, is 443-569-9861. Or you can email me at erothstein@carrollcountymd.gov. Talk to me about what's on your mind, and I will help then navigate you in the right direction, especially if it comes to these type of issues. The last thing I want to share with you, and I'm trying to be as informational on this podcast as possible, but this is one that I'm remembering an individual. A gentleman named Dick Story passed away last week. He passed due to cancer, and those that knew Dick or of Dick Story knew him as an icon here in Maryland when it came to economic development. He served in our Army, in the mid-70s. He then, upon return, came into Carroll County in the mid-70s after that, I think. May have served in the late 60s. But regardless, he was the voice of WTTR here in Carroll County, and then he was actually the first economic developer here in Carroll County. Upon leaving that, he went over to Howard County, was their economic developer for, almost 20 years, I believe. And he was an active participant in the scouting, the Boy Scouts of America here in Maryland. He was the voice of the Boy Scouts of America Good Scout Awards in Howard County. He was a definite mentor of mine, a colleague, and I am so blessed to have known him as a true friend. May his memories always be a blessing to his wife Ginny and daughter Karen. They are just wonderful folks, and I am just so fortunate to have known a gentleman like Dick Story. Those who don't know him, look him up, and you'll see that perpetual smile. You'll see that caring individual that we just sit back and say, I want to be like that guy. And that's the type of guy Dick Story was. Just full of energy, full of heart, full of just go get 'em type of attitude. And I will miss him. However, I do know that his memories in my mind are always a blessing. And when we lose someone so special, if we think of it that way, it just takes a little bit of the edge off. But wishing everyone an awesome day, a awesome week. I see the sun is shining now, and hopefully it'll stay that way, and everybody walks into a wonderful June. As always, life is good, and wishing everyone the best. Thanks.